Hello darlings and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about fragrances that are cheap but smell expensive. And you guys, I just need to talk about these. Probably the cheapest, best smelling perfumes from a brand. And we're going to discuss it right after this. Okay, you guys, so here we are back again with the video. But today we are going to go over this house, this brand, you guys, that I discovered, I would say, probably about 8 months ago. But I have to spill this tea with you guys because these fragrances are literally only $20 a piece. $20, and they are from the brand of Banana Republic. And this first one that I want to talk about is the Gardenia and Cardamom. And I did speak briefly about me really falling in love with the note of cardamom, the spice. And you guys, the way the cardamom is displayed in this Gardenia cardamom, beautiful. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just spray the box. Atomizer is really good on these bottles as well. To talk about the actual packaging, this is a glass bottle, you guys, and this top is like really heavy. So this packaging from Banana Republic is superb. Very good packaging. It actually feels really expensive. And these are, again, like I said, $20 a piece. And I did actually pick these fragrances up from Burlington Co-Factory, from Burlington. And you guys, whenever I see a new one, I always hurry up and get it. Now, this is the first one that I grabbed, which is the Gardenia and Cardamom. And the next one that I picked up was the Peony and Peppercorn. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this box as well. I want to be able to give you guys a little bit more in-depth detail about the fragrance. This Peony and Peppercorn is pink. The bottle is like a soft pink, and same packaging, glass bottle, really good packaging and spray on this one. So this last one that I have from this brand is called Dark Cherry and Amber. This one is the one that leans a little bit more unisex. Well, actually I would say a little bit more masculine, but this is the Dark Cherry and Amber. The bottle is like a deep red, same cap and everything, and there is like a rubber ring that stops the top from hitting the glass, which a lot of other brands need to take notes when it comes to this packaging, because this is very good. So let me go ahead and let me spray this box. I want to make sure that I have all of them sprayed so I can kind of give it a sniff once I pick up the box. So I'm going to start with this Gardenia and Cardamom, and it's actually kind of dry in the box. So this has notes of gardenia, mandarin orange, tuberose, cardamom, which is the spice that I'm really falling in love with. And this spicy note is in Disney times the House of Sillage. That fragrance has cardamom in it, and I love it as well. This also has jasmine, ylang-ylang, magnolia, rose, carnation, and in the base you have a driftwood and amber. But you guys, I'm gonna tell you, this is a beautiful display of gardenia, and this right here kind of sets the tone for me of how I love to smell a heavy white floral. And this gardenia is really sweet in this perfume. I don't really see any notes that would make it sweet, but this is really sweet, and it almost kind of has like a little bit of a waxy powdery scent, and I know that waxiness is coming from magnolia. So usually when magnolia is in a fragrance, it kind of gives it a little bit of a waxy edge. Another fragrance that has the note of magnolia that stands out is the Chloe Low. That is prominent on magnolia. It gives a little bit of that waxy scent, is where it kind of reminds me of this Gardenia and Cardamom. And no, they're not in no way, shape, or form dupes of each other, but just that note is prominent and you can really pick up that scent of magnolia. And in this Gardenia and Cardamom, this is no exception either. Like the magnolia in this is very pretty, and the florals are really soft except for the gardenia. Gardenia is really strong, but it's not that masculine gardenia. This smells sweet, and you can definitely smell the amber in the base. Now, this can kind of lean just slightly masculine, but I can see this being worn by both sides. Me personally, it's more of a feminine scent, but this smells so good. And this is in the 2.5 fluid ounce, 20 bucks. You can't beat it. This is a beautiful fragrance, and I'm glad to have had this in my collection. And you guys, I'm about here on the bottle, so I'm definitely spraying this, and this is a love for me. So I will rank this one very high. Now, as far as the lasting power, it only lasts me about maybe 3 hours, but at about the 3-hour mark, it does kind of fade away, it dissipates. So you really have to spray this heavy. That's the only kind fun, I would say, with these fragrances, but it still is very, very pretty. When I wear it, I mix it with my body oil so it lasts me longer, but I do have to add an extra little oil to it to make it kind of last longer. So that is my take on this Gardenia and Cardamom from this brand, and I absolutely love this. I give this high rankings, a 10 out of 10. This is a beautiful fragrance. Yeah, and it's only 20 bucks. So check out Gardenia and Cardamom. Okay, and this next fragrance from this house would be the Peony and Peppercorn. Now, this one, you guys, kind of smells really rosy. This is the most floral, and it does have peony, of course. And, peony is like a little bit of a lighter, softer scent of rose to me. What comes to mind when I think of peony. Now, the peony in this is very, very floral, but in the base, you guys, this is where this kind of throws me for a loop. Like, it's not my favorite. I like it though, but I couldn't see myself actually picking up and wearing this a lot because I do have other peony fragrances that I really, really love. So this one, it has just a little bit of a peppery type of spicy scent that makes it lean more unisex, I would say. So I do believe all of these Banana Republic fragrances are unisex. It dries really nice and soft on the skin, but again, that peppery aspect to me is where I would maybe give this a 6 out of 10. It's not my favorite. It's not bad, but it's not something that I would see myself really picking up. But I did pick it up because of the brand and because of the price, and I wanted to try it. So like I said, I would give this maybe a 6 out of 10, but it's still definitely a nice fragrance, and it's a good way to introduce you to peony. If you're not familiar with peony, you can really, really smell it in this perfume. So I would say a 6 out of 10. Lasting power, maybe 3 hours. Because when I did wear this, I did not get a lot. I actually sprayed this before I went to bed. And when I woke up the next morning, I couldn't smell it. So it was completely gone. But I know because I was actually scrolling on my phone when I sprayed it. So I was on my phone for maybe about 3 hours. Yeah, I know. 3 hours and I could still smell it, but it dissipated after about maybe 20 minutes. It was kind of a skin scent, but I could still smell it, and I still was able to smell a peppery type of spice a little bit in this. I was still able to smell that. So that is my take on the Peony and Peppercorn, and I do recommend it if you want to get a peony fragrance that could kind of be worn at any time of the year. It's not just summery, it's still very floral, but you also have that slight pepperness to it that would help with this being able to be worn any time of year. And that is my take on the Peony and Peppercorn. And again, this is only a $20 fragrance. So moving on to the last one. But before I get to this last one, I want to say I believe all of these are eau de parfums. Yes, all of them are eau de parfums. You guys, so you're going to get that eau de parfum concentration. So this last one is a dark cherry and amber. This is my second favorite out of the bunch. This one is definitely unisex, and this one actually resembles Lost Cherry from Tom Ford. I have tested Lost Cherry from Tom Ford, and this is definitely what this reminds me of. Definitely a heavy cherry scent, more of like a sour cherry scent. And it has sweet notes of praline, and also it dries down woody with a note of cedar. Now, this fragrance does have cherry blossom. And cherry blossom is a note that I really, really struggle with, you guys. I'm really not a fan of cherry blossom. And I also just tried a fragrance that had cherry blossom in it it was a no ma'am for me. That is the Blossom Love from the House of Amouage. You guys, I really don't like that. I tried, but that note of cherry blossom is a no for me. This one is just a slight pinch of cherry blossom, but you get that really sour cherry and you get that sweet, thick amber. So this is actually a really, really nice fragrance. And this one is my second favorite out of the 3 that I have. And this one has a little bit more lasting power than the other 2. This one lasts a good 6 hours on my skin. I was able to smell this. Now, as far as projection, it only projects for maybe about an hour, and then it does become more of a skin scent, but you can definitely still smell the cherry, and you can definitely still smell the amber. So this one is a close resemblance to Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Definitely a good deal for a perfume that kinda is a dupe for a niche fragrance. Now, not dead on dupe, but similar. It has a lot of similarities. I would just say that. Smells really good, and this can be worn by both sex. It can be worn more feminine or it can be more masculine. It's right in the middle. It's a unisex fragrance. And I really, really do like this Banana Republic's Dark Cherry and Amber. So those are the three that I have in my collection as of yet. I did try, it was one that had neroli. You guys, I really didn't like that one. I ended up taking it back before I even talked about it or anything. That was an instant no for me. So I'm looking forward to actually getting my hands on more fragrances from this line. You guys, I'm definitely going to be looking out for those as I go to Burlington because that's where I'm finding them cheaper. And I would say online, these are a little bit more expensive. Some of these are ranging up to $60 for this. I don't know how much these cost at Banana Republic. I'm pretty sure they are more at the $60 range or something like that. These are circulating around in Burlington. So if you are able, go ahead to Burlington and try to find these. But if you cannot find them, I will definitely have them linked down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.